silent courtroom, a young woman stood before the judge, her future hanging by a thread, no noise, no movement, just the weight of what was about to happen. Her name, Brianna Renee Mitchell. This wasn't her first time standing in court. In fact, she had already been given a second chance. Back in December 2021, after being convicted of manslaughter, the court showed leniency. Instead of sending her straight to prison, she was placed on community supervision for 10 years. For many, that kind of decision is a lifeline, a chance to rebuild, a chance to start over. But second chances only matter if you use them, and in Mitchell's case, that chance began to slip away. Fast forward to September 8, 2022. In Bexar County, Texas, things took a serious turn. Prosecutors alleged that Mitchell committed multiple new offenses, all while still under supervision: possession of a controlled substance, failure to identify, giving false information to police, and evading arrest. 3 violations, 3 serious decisions. And now, she was back in court to answer for all of them. The judge looked directly at her and asked the question that would define everything. "How do you plead?" The courtroom waited. Mitchell responded quietly. "True." The word echoed in the room. Then again, for the second violation, "True." And once more, for the third, "True." No denial, no defense, no hesitation, just acceptance. But that acceptance came with a price. The judge made it very clear. By pleading true, she was opening the door to the maximum penalty. Up to 10 years in prison and a fine. This was the moment where many defendants pause, rethink, or try to fight, but not Mitchell. When asked if she still wanted to proceed, she answered again, "Yes, Mom." And just like that, the outcome was almost certain. As the hearing continued, the court began reviewing her past, and what they saw wasn't encouraging. Mitchell had already spent years in federal custody before this case. From 2016 to 2020, after being released, she was placed on supervised release. Another chance, another opportunity to stay on the right path. But even that didn't hold. She had already faced additional custody time in 2022, before these new violations. To the court, this wasn't just a one-time mistake. It was a pattern, a cycle of poor decisions, repeated chances, and repeated failures. The prosecution and defense had already reached an agreement. They asked the judge to revoke her community supervision and sentence her to the full 10 years. Now everything rested in the judge's hands. The courtroom fell silent again. Then came the words that changed everything. Community supervision is revoked. A pause. Sentence 10 years in prison. Just like that. The second chance was gone. But the consequences didn't stop there. During sentencing, another critical detail came up. Her original manslaughter case involved a deadly weapon, a firearm. Even though there were discussions about who actually possessed the weapon, the official record confirmed its involvement. That meant an affirmative deadly weapon finding, and that carries serious long-term consequences, affecting parole, restrictions, and future rights. Then came another final blow. Her right to appeal? Gone. Because she had agreed to the plea and waived her rights, this decision was final. No going back, no second chances left in the system. As the hearing wrapped up, something unexpected happened. The judge shifted tone. Not just speaking as a judge anymore, but almost like someone giving a hard truth about life. She looked at Mitchell and said, "When you get out, humble yourself." It wasn't legal advice, it was personal. She continued, "Someone else is raising your children now." Let that sink in while Mitchell was going through courtrooms, custody, and consequences. Life outside had moved on. Her children had grown under someone else's rules. The judge made it clear. Don't walk back into their lives expecting control. Respect what's already in place. That moment hit deeper than the sentence itself, because prison time eventually ends, but broken relationships, those are much harder to rebuild. As Mitchell stood there listening, there was nothing left to say, no arguments, no objections. No way out, just the reality of what her choices had led to. 10 years in prison, a lost opportunity, and a future that now depended on what she would do. After it was all over, this case is more than just a courtroom decision. It's a reminder. A reminder that second chances are real, but they're limited, and every decision you make while you have that chance matters, because sometimes all it takes is one moment, one choice,